And we are live. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And this is a very extreme. I apologize about yesterday. Yesterday I was feeling under the weather. I feel a lot better today. So I was pretty much laying around most of the day. I was able to get some videos out in between sleeping or whatever, but you know, I am back. So we got Mr. Brown, Counterpunch to you. John, Florida, England, Manchester in the house. Counterpunch to you guys over there in the UK. I'll let it load. John, Florida, do you think Wilder plans all along was not to fight Fury, just let this team pick someone easier? You know, that's a very good question. I just recently heard of a long interview with Brian Custer. Shout out to him, you know, from Showtime. And it was very interesting. They went from A to Z through everything that was going on with Wilder. And then it was a very informative interview. So, but that does bring up a good question, since they are looking for other opponents besides Fury. That means, okay, well, obviously that's not your next opponent if you're looking for other opponents. You know, I think Wilder, you know, is understanding that he can't run after Fury like he's been doing. You know, I wouldn't do that anyway. Fury is just one fighter. That's it. One fighter you had a draw with and you lost to. You know, and I think the more energy you give something, the more it becomes apparent in your life. And I think if that would have kept coming, if he would have kept, you know, this, that, and the other, I think that would have eventually ruined him, because you can become consumed with someone. So I'm not sure. I mean, if they're looking for other fighters now, he called out Andy Ruiz. He called out Dillian White. You know, he said a lot of interesting things about Dillian White. You know, I've made several videos on that, so that's yet to come. You guys gotta, you know, wait and check those out. So I've been busy this morning, really playing catch up, because, you know, I've been of course, been under the weather or whatever. God of War, what's up, brother? It's all about the fight fans. What's up, fight fans? How are you guys doing, man? I'm ready to go back to work. You know, Carl Roberts, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. But no, I think Wilder I think he's looking for other people, and I think that's absolutely awesome. Corn Kid, just wanted to say how much I enjoy your channel. I like that you are impartial and you call it as you see it. That's how you're supposed to do it, man. I appreciate it, Corn Kid. Appreciate your support. Guys, hit that like button for me. We got 23 on the chat. Let's get 23 likes. Let's get the equal opportunity entrance thumbs up employer. Martha Stubbs, Counterpunch to you. Kamal, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kamal's in the house. Not Jamal, Kamal. Uchenna Ali. Hey, Kurt, greetings from the UAE. Counterpunch to you. Martha Stubbs. You think that it's better for Dave Allen's health to retire? I think so. I don't even know if it's uploaded yet, but I think so. I just did an interview. There I go. I just did a video about Dave. And if he's getting hit like that, he should. Because look, not everyone can take punches. Okay? Not everyone can take punches to the face and to the dome and not receive damage from that. I haven't watched your video on him yet. Yeah, it's just, look, it's either processing or it just uploaded. So, I mean, I got out and about, but I made sure it's uploaded or whatever. Kurt the Wildette fanboy, Mr. Jones, are you serious? You don't watch this channel too much, do you? I like Wilder, but I'm not a fanboy of him. Wrong channel. Graham Taylor, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Philip, Wilder has made it obvious that he is just trying to keep his name relevant with the excuses. I think all the excuses should be saved for court. You know what I mean? His punch resistance may be gone. He blocked with his face, but only Rocky Balboa can do that and last, really. And that's a movie. Martha Stubbs, you're absolutely right. That was dumb of him to do that, though. Ye Unit, what's up to you? Counterpunch to you. I am a big Fury fan, but it annoys me that if Kurt criticizes Fury, then people hate on Kurt. It's not, if it's criticism is not hating. People think that's what it is. People use hating as a defense mechanism for not being criticized. So if you don't want to be criticized or you don't want no one to critique shit that you do or you say, you're going to call them hating by default because you're defensive. That's what defensive people do. Paulo Matos dos Santos, greetings from Portugal. Fala português. Did you see the interview podcast with Brian Custer? I did. I watched it this morning, and stay tuned because I have I might have did about 8 videos on it. So I maybe uploaded 1 now. So stay tuned because I don't upload them all at one time. So you guys got to check those out. So yeah, I counterpunch damn near the whole thing or the relevant things. You know, I could have made 10 videos, which I probably did make about 10 videos. Maybe 20 videos out of that. But it was a very, very good interview. You know, Darius, the Wilder fanboys haven't seen all the videos debunking Glovegate, including plenty of pictures of Joshua or Canelo's gloves looking weird. It's just a snapshot. Gloves look fine on HD video. You're absolutely right, Darius. That's what I've been telling people. I saw that fight 20 times. And each of those, I was looking for those gloves to look that way, and they don't. They were smaller gloves, but they didn't look the way that fucking steel shot did, the way that steel shot reflected. And see, here's the thing. I'm not going to lie on my eyes. I don't need to lie about any fucking thing. I'm like Wilder. I don't need to lie about anything. And see, here's the thing. You may believe a person did something, but if you're going to take that shit to court, you better sure as hell better have enough evidence to sway the person's perception and mindset. If you can't do that and you can't prove it, that's the tough part. And that's your ass, because that, you know, you won't have a leg to stand on. Tyson Fury will smash Joshua when his 2 daddies, Hearn, allows him to cash out. Who is this 2 dad? Oh, Hearns is. Okay, I guess that's Eddie and Eddie's daddy. Okay. You know, but they're the only ones throwing around contracts and shit. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Conor and Manny Pac, do you think Conor can go with him? I don't know, because see, Manny is a type of fighter. If he can't take Manny's punches, he's going to get out of there quick. You know, Manny's probably going to stop him earlier than Floyd did, especially being a southpaw too. Conor, you know, and Conor's not a slow fighter. He's a lot bigger than both guys. He's taller, he's bigger, he has longer reach than both fighters, Mayweather and Manny. But these guys are boxers, man. They don't play that shit. You know, even at 41 or 42, Manny can still boop, 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 boop. Wilder is mentally gone. Anyway, I'm sick of writing about Wilder. Okay. You know, Wilder's really talked about. He's making names. You know, he said silence is golden in that interview. I do wonder about that. I'm like, well, what did you really gain by staying quiet for that months only to come out? I don't know what the relevance was. He could have came out with the shit. He could have been said, hey, you know, I think you cheated. You know, when he said, I didn't look at Tyson Fury as a champion, he could have told us why then. Because I think the motherfucker was cheating. But anyway, it's crazy. Can you do a Keith Thurman impersonation? Yeah, I can. I sure can. Hendrick Brown. Do you think Billy Joe Saunders has thrown his prime away? Martha, I kind of do. If it's not all the way gone, it's damn near there. Because I think Billy Joe, he's kind of like hit and miss. You know, he did good in the Lemieux fight, shitty fight before that fight. Let's hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. Let's get people notified with the amount of likes and the amount of buzz that we have. Let's hit that like button. Skrilla50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I've never known any boxer looking for any excuses as Wilder after the defeat. I've never seen that many excuses either. It shit sounds like a comic book now. It's like the people versus Deontay Wilder in this bitch. You know, the people versus O.J. Simpson. It's just like the people versus Deontay Wilder. The people versus the Bronze Bomber. Episode 1 and shit. Have you seen that steel shot going around of Joshua's knuckles poking through his gloves versus Ruiz? I have. I'm going to do a video about that today. And let me explain that to you guys. You know what? I just think I'll wait. I'll wait to tell people about it because people don't understand how gloves work. They don't understand. Would you like to see White versus Wilder? Apparently Wilder said he was on his list. For facts' sake, yes, I do. Did a video about it already. Counterpunched it. Jason Young, are you in Black Panther 2? No, I am not. The guy that I doubled, which was Zuri, which is played by Forrest Whitaker, he died in the first fight. So then, therefore, there was nothing that I can do. You know, I mean, if he'd have lived, yeah, I'd have been in that one. Shaq Sada, Big Man Kurt, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Thank you for that super chat, brother. Everything's good over here. I'm feeling a lot better. You know, I was just feeling kind of shitty the last couple days. Doris, even if Wilder believes Fury is cheating, he still needs to address the style and technique problems. He's too arrogant, and he thinks it was all down to Fury cheating instead of working on his flaws. Darius, the same thing you just said, I said about Dante's Boxing Nation. Now, the funny thing about Dante is Dante was saying this as relevance before, like, hey, he needs to make adjustments. But it's like he threw all that shit aside once he had an excuse, or once someone created an excuse for him. So he dropped all that reality, all the things that could possibly be wrong with Wilder's style, because he's still going to have to do something besides throw a jab in the right hand, bro. He's still going to have to do more than that to fight somebody that's constantly coming at him and beating him up. Joshua isn't chasing out versus Fury. It's a true 50-50. Isn't cashing out. Joshua wants the fights. That's it. He wanted the fights. And for the record, you got to be real. Tyson Fury came back into the sport. He called out Deontay Wilder, but do you guys also understand that he also wanted to fight Joshua first? Joshua was the first option, not Wilder. A lot of people don't know that. The only problem was Wilder wanted 4 fucking tune-ups in order to fight Joshua. And Eddie Hearn was like, no, I'm not going to pay you 4 fucking times to fight 4 fucking nobodies. So he decided to move on. Facts, people. Facts. He wanted 4 fucking tune-ups to fight, then fight Joshua. So like, well, damn, you'd still been waiting 2 years. Because you'd have to fight one, and then, you know, 3 or 4 months later, you had to fight another. Then 3 or 4 months later, you have to fight another. Then 3 or 4 months later. No. You know what I mean? For Fury was relevant back in the day. He made himself relevant, right? By calling out Wilder. He picked Wilder after that. We got 100 on the chat. Let's get 100 likes. Everybody hit that like button. Do you think wins? Do you think Billy Joe? Who you think wins? Billy Joe or Canelo? I think Billy Joe can outbox him, but I don't think that matters. because it's always Canelo on points. Canelo can't lose. Henry Gomez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Roger France. Styles make fights. Fury changed his style for the second fight and applied pressure, and it worked. Wouldn't Andy Ruiz be a bad option for Wilder? Um, Not really. Not really, because Wilder proved that he can box and jab from the outside and still remain tall. See, um, Joshua made the mistake of trying to come in close with Andy, and he paid for it. But Deontay ain't gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna tell you the perfect example of a fight you need to see. Bermain Stavern won. Jay Rodriguez, ¿qué lo que pasa? What's up, brother? Everything's good. Todo bien, todo bien. Dallas, Texas, American Patriot 1776 checking in. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Maidana could go to UFC anywhere. Yeah, he could with the way he swings. But no, I don't think it's a bad option for Wilder. If he can get inside Wilder, that would be a different story, but who says he will? That fight has Bora written all over it. And if you thought, and it's so ironic, if Wilder ends up fighting Andy Ruiz and he fights him the same way Joshua has, he's a fucking hypocrite. There, I said it. Because he ridiculed Joshua for fighting and doing the jab and grab / Klitschko style. You guys remember that? So, you know, if he does the same thing and if he finds himself, look, I can't bang or I can't trade with this guy Ruiz, he's going to end up having to do the same thing, just like he fought. And that's how he fought Bermain Stavern in the first fight. He was able to stick him from the outside, put together combinations from the outside, and move and use the ring. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Kurt, are you in Black Panther? No, I'm not in Black Panther 2. Only the original. Soa 616, what's your thoughts on Usyk versus Fury, if it ever happened? Ugh. A smaller good guy versus a bigger good guy. But you know something? I think Tyson Fury will be surprised in that fight with Usyk. Because Usyk's not a Klitschko. He's damn sure not an Anthony Joshua. Usyk is Usyk. And see, if Usyk, I think Usyk can catch even someone like Fury in those angles. Okay, so just because he's not a knockout artist don't mean he can't give Tyson Fury problems, and he'll probably give him problems all night. You know what I mean? That's why Fury knows that. Fury's daddy knows that. A lot of people knows that. I'm sounding like Wilder knows that. Yeah, that's it. Sammy, Yume. Kurt, counterpunch to you from Germany. Nice. Counterpunch to you, brother. Notice Wilder said January or February he wants to fight Ruiz or White. Now we know Ruiz is gearing up to fight Ortiz early 2021, and we also know that White is fighting in January. I'm sure Wilder knows this too. Fake. Jermaine Thomas. We don't know that Ruiz is gearing up to fight Ortiz, because see, Ruiz hasn't had his tune-up yet. You know Ruiz, Mr. Tune-up. I need a tune-up. That guy. So we don't really know. Yeah, he could fight Wilder if he wanted to. But that's if he wants to. So, you know, but no, that's not. Yeah, look, Ortiz called out Ruiz. Don't mean that fight's going to happen. Don't mean it's going to happen next. Okay? Because Ruiz said he wanted a tune-up, and he still hasn't had this tune-up to this day. Right? So there's no guarantee that he will fight Wilder even if Wilder wants him. Sebastian, I did listen to it. That's what we're kind of talking about, actually. Wilder repeating philosophical stuff he's heard others say. Yeah, I think that. I've said that. You know, if you heard someone else say and it sounds good to say, you're going to say it. Speak it, believe it, repeat it. Speak it, believe it, repeat it. That's it. Shit. Hear it, believe it, repeat it, really. You know, hear it, believe it, repeat it. I've heard it, I believe it, I'm going to repeat it. There you go. Good day from you from the UK. Sid Harris, counterpunch to you. Terrell Hoffer, if Pac beats Crawford, where does that put Pac on the pound for pound list? Ooh, put his ass at #1. Seems like Lemieux fight was years ago now. Billy Joe has done nothing since. Yeah, fair play. He has not really. Besides make bad jokes and get himself in trouble. That's just about it. Bro, I worked on Black Panther. I probably met you. Mustafa Mandi, what did you do on Black Panther? That's the question. And what were you on? Where were you at? Were you in Korea? Were you in Atlanta? Were you in LA? Where were you? I was shocked that you're shocked about what old man Bob said about Bud. Yeah, it's fucked up. You know what I mean? I was shocked too. I mean, you shouldn't do that shit to Bud. Damn, respect your fighters, respect your talent. But then maybe you're right because he let all those other fighters go without really giving a shit about them. You know what I mean? Not appreciating them when he should have. And look where they went. Counterpunch. So. Besos papi chulo. Cute DeVille. Lady Sean. How you doing, baby? Get at me. What wins? Who wins? Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor? Josh Taylor. He just got too much. He's too big. Hey, Kirk, greetings from Portugal, in the second home of Dillian White these days. Andre, you're right. Rodriguez. Rodney War Eagle, Yarbrough. It's a beautiful day today. It's a very beautiful day today. Can't complain. Deontay needs an uppercut and a hook. Wilder, he does have a hook. You know, he does have an uppercut, sorry. But I don't know how effective it is. So remember, he put Luis Ortiz down with an uppercut, as you can remember. So he has that, you know, that 4. Yeah, he wanted 2. Yeah, he wanted those 4 tune-ups first. Smoogie Carl. What's funny is Wilder admitted JD's watched Fury's hands get wrapped, and he said he just had an argument with JD. Look, Dan, trust me, maybe I should have uploaded it. I wanted to wait, let that shit marinate. I've done so many videos counterpunching all that shit to the point, agreeing and disagreeing with what Wilder said. And you know me, I call it down the middle. You guys got to check that shit out. I mean, I've done maybe 8 or 9 of them. So, Mason, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. No, I don't, Martha. I don't have, you know, I hope Roy don't get hurt. And, you know, because Roy's been knocked out cold too many times. So I think I would be more concerned with Roy than Mike. And also with Mike, they've did a CAT scan on Mike. Mike doesn't even seem to have any damage, really. You know, like normal fighters his age that has a career like he has lost like he's had, or been hit the way he's supposed to have been hit by Lennox Lewis and Buster Douglas and all these guys, Evander Holyfield. You know, these guys like that, he doesn't have that. But we can't say the same for Roy. Roy's probably had. And if you know Roy, he doesn't talk. Roy's not really punchy. I can't say that, but you can tell he's not as quick as he used to talk. Maybe that's just an old age or whatever, but he ain't a Paulie Malignaggi over here, is he? Paulie Malignaggi. Fucking Micro Machines speaking dude. Because he knew he was not really top level. Glenn Gill, what all the BS about AJ cashing out all of his fights to earn huge money? Dude, he's been making huge money. That's bullshit, Glenn Gill. I don't know why people say that. People just hate on Joshua because they know he makes all that damn money. They know Joshua's the money man. Wilder admitted Anthony's the money man. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Let it go. Let it be. You know, people are going to hate on. He's cashing out. Well, he's been cashed out then. Shit, he cashed out the last fight. He could have retired after he got those belts back. Just got them back. Two-time unified heavyweight champion of the world, and then said, fuck it. I got enough money. Just made $85 million for my last fight. Do you think I really need this if I ain't really about this no more? Come on, man. People need to think with their common sense. Wilder should just have another cherry pick fight like he's had most of his career and keep his mouth closed. He needs to get some self-respect back. For fact's sake, no, I think he needs to fight somebody worth of shit. I don't think he needs to go backwards anymore. Now, all that other stuff, sure, I believe in that. Save it for court. Do you think Klitschko is coming back? He's been staying in shape. I think he's just waiting to get older than Foreman. He might be, you know. I mean, I think he's in better shape than Foreman. Foreman had a pot belly and everything. Will Bud leave? I think Bud will leave, and he should leave. I want him to leave. Let's put it that way. Sebastian, what do you think? What do you guys think about Wilder and White? I think he really wants to KO him bad. Good. Get him in the ring. Get him in the fucking ring. If you can make a fight with if Eddie Hearn can make a fight with Andy Ruiz, he can get Dillian White a fight with Deontay Wilder. There, I said it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think what should happen though, I think Wilder needs to chill on like the name calling and shit. And I think if he really wants Dillian White, stop talking shit, be respectful, send the contract over to fight Dillian White. Because if anything, that would be the smartest move from Hearn. Think about what I'm saying. If Hearn could get Dillian White and Deontay Wilder in the ring, and Deontay loses to Dillian White, well, that means what would that really mean? How would that warrant the contract of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder? He could always take Tyson Fury to court with the shit he says he has, with the evidence and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, his credibility would drop even that much further if he loses to Dillian White. And then Dillian White is wanting to do what? Dillian White is going to want the winner out of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. That's what's going to happen. So that would be a perfect opportunity, because then you wouldn't have to worry about Deontay Wilder as much, because Deontay, you know, in his team, he's going to want to fight Dillian White again. So he's going to have a new dancing partner, which he should have had in the first fucking place, honestly. Or he should have knocked out White if he could long ago. You know, he built that obsession with that man, not fucking fighting that man, saying he's going to freeze out that man. He did that. Nobody else did that. That was his fault. And people allowed it to happen. So he had help. Ruiz versus Ortiz is the bomb. Yep. Cuba versus Mexico. Why not? Asmodeus, Black Panther. What's your thoughts on Wilder new hit list? Yeah. White, and white. Is Otto Wallin actually a good fighter, or was Fury? Darius, we don't know how good he really is, because he's not. The problem in all these fucking heavyweights, they've either only fought one of the top fighters and not the rest. See, if they fought Joshua, they ain't fought Fury. If they ain't fought Fury, they fought Wilder and ain't fought none of the other two. That's the problem. You have one fighter that only fought one of the top three fighters. So it's hard to really get a good gauge on a fighter with he's not even been tested. Like, one thing you can say about Kell Brook, we know what Kell Brook where he ranks. You know, he's under everyone he lost to. But if he only lost to Triple G, we'll never know how good he is against someone like Errol Spence if he never fought Errol Spence or Sean Porter or anybody else. That's Otto Wallin's problem. Otto Wallin is a guy that just went the distance with Tyson Fury. And then, in fact, Tyson Fury gave him one hell of a fight, but he hasn't fought anyone else or haven't got in the position to fight these other guys. Kurt, does Tyson come for a real fight? I think so. I think so. But it doesn't make it any better for someone, saying certain shit. D-Town Blaster, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. No notifications again. Man, I don't know really what to say about that. What up, my brother? Luis from the 305. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Lee Hendricks in the building. Counterpunch, brother. How's you doing? How's it be? Let's see here. Wilder calling out White now. Will he have the same energy once White is done with Povetkin and Angulo or Angelo from South America? That's a good question. Very good question. Second round KO. Tyson wins. That Faney does my head in this guy, Kurt, aka Counterpunch, spot on. Okay, I guess that's a good thing. Roy always wanted to fight Tyson, hence why he's the one fighting Iron Mike. There you go. Oh, Atlanta, every day. Security and quality control was the first one on the set and the last one to leave. OFS. Yeah, that's where I went. OFS. That's where we were at. I don't know if you can recall, we set up this big fountain, okay? So the big fountain where we had the big fight scenes, all the fight scenes were in that. OFS, huge. You had to check in every day to get in. It was very strict. You couldn't have fucking cameras or any of that. So yeah, I was there. Shit, look me up. Don't lie about my body of work there, sir. What's good, Kurt? How long you been live? I've been live about 32 minutes, keeping it 100. Lewis Taylor, what's up for you? Counterpunch to you. Favorite coach of today? Oh, I like Manny Robles, honestly. I like what he did with Charles Martin. Charles Martin definitely improved with Manny Robles. Yeah. Young Dunn, Counterpunch to you. Lewis Taylor in the UK. Jim Brown, what's up, brother? This Wilder Fury bullshit has to be driving you goofy. Not really. It's just so much shit. It's some shit you kind of forget about. You forget about a piece. I think White will beat up Wilder, and Ruiz is a toss-up. Ruiz's problem is he's too short. Coming from somebody like with the height of Wilder, he can snipe him. You know what that shit will remind me of also? It reminds me of when Lennox Lewis fought David Tua. David Tua was just too short to be effective against someone tall as Lennox Lewis was. You know what I'm saying? So if Ruiz did fight Deontay Wilder, he would get jabbed to death, and every so often he get caught with that right hand. If that right hand don't knock his ass out, he'll get nailed with it all night, and it'll be a long night for Andy Ruiz. And Andy Ruiz would have to come in, and he's not quick on the feet. He has good body movement, but upper body movement. But I mean, if you don't have the feet to close the gap, it's not really effective like you want it to be. The bobbing and weaving, I mean. Halim Bostan, very spot on. Appreciate you, brother. Wilder wait till Fury and AJ, then fight the winner. Nah, I don't think he should wait. I think he should fight other fighters. You see, here's the thing. You don't want to be enslaved to just the top fighters, because you might get caught up fighting someone else and might get upset. We have to see how good Wilder really is when he starts taking on the other opposition besides Ortiz and fucking Fury. Okay? I enjoyed Dominic Breazeale because it was a new fight, but I mean, it was short-lived. He hit him and knocked his ass out. Okay, well, let's see him do that with everyone. Follow that cab. Keep it going. Ex-con Counterpunch it. Kurt, hit the like button. Yeah, guys, hit that like button for me. What do you think about Haney versus Linares? I think that's a good fight. I think it's a better fight than Haney versus Gamboa. Fury will be Fury will be fighting Wilder in spring. He asked out. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it once and for all. But let this be for all the marbles. Fuck the bullshit. Khan versus Brook. I'd like to see that. I'd give it to Khan now. I think Brook's damaged. Blue blood still wets the bed, so does Aki. Whatever they do, that's them. Kurt, what's up, bro? You gonna tune in for Tyson versus Jones? Hell yeah, I'm gonna be there live. I'm gonna have a live stream. Be right here. What do you think? Okay, let's see. You and Blue Blood should debate. Nah, I think Blue Blood, a lot of those channels now, they're almost like how the PBC thinks about fighting other fighters. They're not going to debate with other people. They're not going to do that because then people can draw their own conclusion. If I went on a Zoom call with Blue Blood Sports TV and we talked about everything from Deontay Wilder to all the other current fighters, I think it would be a toss-up, and I think he knows that if I had things that he couldn't answer and it did go the way it's supposed to, I'm just too much of a risk to be going live or having an interview or a debate with these dudes. So I don't think that'll ever happen. They're living in a bubble, Jim Brown. That's exactly what it is. And no, he doesn't like opposition. He blocked me and my homies. He ain't blocked me, but see what he'll do? He has so many moderators that the moderators will block you. Halim Bostan, appreciate you, brother. New Zealand needs to see Wilder versus Parker. Big ups to you, Kurt, #1 in the Kiwi land. Dean Bradford, what's up, brother? That's what's up. From Polynesian to Micronesian. That's what's up. Eddie Hearn said some hours ago on IFL TV that he would absolutely sign Terrence if he becomes a free agent. Your thoughts on that, Kurt? I think the UK would love Bud Crawford. Because see, understand about you guys from the UK. You don't like people that talk a lot of shit like that. Someone mild-mannered and that can fucking fight is Terrence Crawford. He doesn't have to talk all that shit. He doesn't have to be a fucking clown. He doesn't have to be outspoken. He doesn't have to be somebody that he's not. He would be loved in the UK and he would get duckies. He would get money. And Bob Arum would hate it. He would hate Terrence Crawford. Oh, Terrence Crawford's boring. I've lost money on him. Can Usyk stand toe-to-toe with AJ? He don't supposed to stand toe-to-toe with any of those big guys. Can he fight them? Yes. Blue Blood Sports warned his viewers from writing opposing views in a live chat. Oh, okay, well, you know, that's something like communism. Fuck it, it's like communism over there then. All right, bro, just tuned in. Busy day. How's your day going? Kurt, did you get my message? Philip, I did. I got it late last night. Yeah. Friends and family is always the best. Yeah, goods and services, you got to actually wait until I receive it. Then you have to go back in. It's a bunch of bullshit, honestly. And that takes like 70, it's a bunch of hassle. But it's good if you choose the right option. It's pretty effective. He needs our moderators. We only block perverts and spammers. Jim Brown, you're absolutely right. Not people that's asking questions that need to be answered. Not, I don't like that answer or I don't like that question, therefore I won't answer it, therefore I'm going to block you. That's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Just say you don't fucking know. Don't say, you know, last time I saw a Blue Blood Sports TV live chat, I asked Blue Blood and he read it. So I knew it wasn't him. He read out what I asked. And then my question was, this is my question to Blue Blood. I asked Blue Blood, well, why don't Tyson Fury fight Deontay Wilder in the UK December 5th? Right? And then he pretty much kind of answered it because he went to the explanation of Fury's contract was supposed to be in the UK. I mean, sorry, in the US, right? Supposed to be in the US anyway. So all his fights supposed to be in the US. So that's what they wanted. So in that grand scheme, and then when he was explaining it, some guy blocked me out. Some guy blocked me. One of his moderators. The hell is this? And that's exactly what happened. Cool. Counterpunch to you, Philip. Wilder wants a way back to the WBC. White is an immediate contender too. Wilder has nothing to risk now that he's lost the belt. Deontay Wilder dropped Ruiz because Andy Ruiz has nothing to offer. Well, he called him out. Blue Blood is a disgrace. I'll tell you this. Blue Blood's a lot better than those other channels. Now, I give him that. He ain't bitch made like a lot of those channels. A lot of those channels, they will surprise you with the type of shit that they put up with. You know, we love Wilder here in the UK. We need him here, even though he hurts Eddie. There you go, Jojo Kuma. See, we need more people like that. Wilder should look into fighting Manuel Char. That would be a good one. Then he could be on that WBA ranking. Man, I'm just as bad, but a lot of Fury fans have become obsessed with those LDBC channels. Yeah. Debate with Fanon, please, Kurt. That'll be the ultimate. I don't listen to him enough to really debate him. I mean, I'm pretty sure he says about what all the other channels say. You know, Kurt, who do you think is the worst channel? The worst channel, I think, would be Aki TV, because he doesn't have his own mind. But it's worse than the consortium itself, because a lot of these channels, they don't necessarily say all the same shit. But I think Aki he's just a fucking duplicate of what like Dante says. So all I got to do is do videos of what Dante's doing, and then I'll be fine. So he just piggybacks off of something else. That's just like me saying the same thing that Bruce Vane says all the time. And that's my boy and all. But I'm not going to agree just because he made something, saying something. That's not, that's not what it is about. It's not me. Yeah, you can agree with something, and a lot of times I do agree, and a lot of times I don't. So it's not what it is. It's not what people think. Basura. Yeah, that's it. Kurt, give a decent opinion on Parker versus Fa and where to for Parker after that fight. Parker should then step back up in the rankings if he can beat Fa. If he can beat Fa. Do you like the IFPB channel? I never heard of that. He's funny. Guy who says garbage, truck juice. I never heard of him. Like watching Fanon initially for his boxing views till he goes with narratives. I mean, that's what he does. I mean, he's just a channel he's a clone from another channel. You notice how out of the names Wilder mentioned, there was none from left field that no one would have thought of. He's fighting Robert Helenius. That would be some shit. Something else would be some shit if Robert Helenius knocked his ass out. He already upset fucking Kaunaki for ducking Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil, you guys know, called out Adam Kaunaki. Adam Kaunaki decided to fight the Nordic Nightmare. The Nordic Nightmare was beaten by the guy that he already beat. So we knew it was a fucking cherry pick. We knew that. We knew that shit. But what happened? He went in there with the Nordic Nightmare, Robert Helenius, and got his ass knocked out. Counterpunch. Well, any channel, here's the thing. If a guy can't debate with you, there's no sense of you even going there. This is what this is for. We come to these channels, people come to channels to hear views, to agree or disagree, to state their own opinion. That's what the comment section's for, right? So I don't see why people block you for saying shit. Now, if you're saying bitch, hole, some type of derogatory thing, I get that. Okay, some kind of spammer or what you call it, someone that's abusing that. But other than that, if you can't speak an opinion and it's different from theirs, they got to block you. That's not a real forum. Okay, so that's like, so ask, so if somebody blocks you for having, and none of that has anything to do with derogatory statements. It's something that they don't want to answer on their platform because they don't have a fucking answer for it that makes sense. That's it. So that's the type of channel. Like, so if I read you something and I don't block, I very seldom block somebody. Unless I know they just, what I mean, they with like racial slurs and shit like that. I'm like, well, you tell me what you don't like about me. That's what you could do. Or like you don't like about what I said about certain things. Then we can clear that up. Then I can explain it with you. You know what I mean? But if you're trying just talking shit and you're coming in here, being in favor of another channel, well, you're wasting your time coming over here because that other channel, if you say something contrary to that other channel, they're going to kick you the fuck off too. Fernie, Zacharias, I don't even pay attention to those channels, bro. I love your channel, a couple others, not too many. Keep up the good work. Although I don't always agree with you, I appreciate your honesty. That's how it's supposed to be. Fernie, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Let's get those likes up. Let's donate with a like button. How about that? Blue Bud channel, you just say Fury, you get blocked. But Fury, he was about to talk some shit. He was about to talk some shit. You don't even know what I was gonna say. Kurt, you think Keith Thurman is serious about coming back to the ring? Yeah, I think he needs money. He's married. He might have a kid on the way. Yeah, he needs money. Spiker Hood, appreciate you, brother. But it's like the Trump administration. He never answers questions for real. We aren't lemmings. We are boxing fans. What's your opinion on boxing talk with Ade? I think he has his own opinion. I've countered one of his videos. Aki be up there talking about he wants decabs after he blocks them. Ex-con, that makes no sense at all, does it? How can you sit there and want somebody to call in that you've blocked? You know what I mean? You know what that is? That's like a fake ass reverend that's saying he's healing people, but knowing damn well the people that claiming to be healed are already in on it. You know what I mean? I dare y'all to call in. Block that motherfucker. Who do you think is the best interview channel? The best interview channel? Probably I like Radio Raheem, Kugan Cassius, of course. Brian Custer now, but he's more of a commentator than an interviewer like that. But definitely, I like the way they interview. Oh, Ty FL. Yeah, I listen to Ty Booth. A lot of people don't get the dark humor and shit, but it is what it is. Kurt, you wish is coming through. I remember you saying about a year ago that you wanted the big three to lose, to see what they're made of. The only one left is Fury now. Victor Rodriguez. You absolutely right. Everybody's gonna get their ass beat. I'm predicting that. Everybody's gonna go. He said they talk funny. Oh man, if Mike Tyson looks good versus Jones, I would like to see him fight Char. Imagine Mike winning that title. He would be both the youngest and the oldest. Graham Taylor, that would be some cool shit. And I see him knocking out Graham's old ass. I mean, Manuel Char's old ass. You know? You think you ever see another fighter like Mike Tyson or that just peekaboo? No, you won't. Lee Brown, you won't. Maybe somebody might come around and try to emulate him, but they won't have the real skill like Mike. They will have an emulated idea of what they think his defense is. And they'll still get their ass beat. XB, stop glorifying sisters' nudity bodies. I hate your video stars. Why, XB? It'd be different if I'm showing naked pics. You can't do that shit anyway. I mean, it's within the guidelines. You know, I love women. So, you know, they're friends of mine, or, you know, they agree to post, you know, and show videos to support my merch. So why not, XB? Stop glorifying sisters' nudity bodies. Why not? Why would I have to stop doing that? Now, see, what's messed up, if I was gay and I had men modeling my pictures, nobody would say shit, or probably couldn't say shit. You know why? You know why, though? Because the moment somebody says you got those pictures, what are you, gay? Somebody's ass is in trouble. You know what I mean? Somebody's ass is in trouble. You know, so it like, but you can't do, but I don't know. It's weird to me, you know. Appreciate you, Philip. I mean, Boston, you know, but I don't know why. I mean, I don't get it. Yeah, maybe trolls. Yeah, you just stop that fucking glorifying women's nudity. They're not nude for one. You know, I'm appreciating their body and the way they look, their beauty. You know, I mean, everybody does that. Why do you think you have mannequins, models, model print? You know what I mean? That's what they have. You know, that's what shapes and folds people's perception of buying shit. How people look at them. Sex sells. But anyway, enough of that counterpunch. Be yourself. You're damn right, American patriot. That's it. Oh, Kurt's Ring Girls. You're damn right. Damn right. I like that. My Kurt's Ring Girls. Yeah. Yeah. Brown sugar, to be honest. You know, I'm actually looking for, and I had one girl that I used to date. And, you know, she's Caucasian. And then I was looking, but we fell out before she could really take the picture. So, you know, because she was down to take them. It was like, you know, because I want diversity in, you know, especially when the models and stuff like that, you know. And then in fact, she had a problem with like some of my intros, like, oh, who's that girl? Who's that girl in there? It's probably one of your whores. Oh man, it was a trip. So that was that, you know. So she wasn't doing it. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the elbow. I'm gonna keep the ring girls, definitely, and just keep adding. But I would love to meet, you know, somebody that's able to, you know, model for me, you know, from just different looks from all over the world. Boxing is worldwide, so is beauty worldwide. Exactly. Mike W. Stancy. Just add more girls, Kurt. I will. Absolutely. All the flavors. Yes, I love all the flavors. Jeff. Lucietta. Right. I always just say Jeff, but it's Lucietta, right? Ozzy Oxmit. Aki is basura. Latinos ain't claiming him. I mean, why would they claim him? He's Latino. He's not fucking Latino. No, he's not Latino. He says words all fucked up. I don't want to be from that country he's from then. Yeah, I want to know the country that says the words that he says. That's fucked up. But anyway, apologies, Halim. A little bit guilty myself of slating LDBC, but I'm done now. You are showing the beauty, and is good. And those ladies love it. And they are free to express themselves. They are. They absolutely are. I appreciate you, man. I think Michael Hunter would give Wilder that work. Michael Hunter would probably be dangerous for Wilder because he can box and he's fast and he's smaller. Yeah, Martha Stubbs. I don't. He's made a lot. He's made a lot of those videos. And imagining trying to erase them all if somebody ever comes after him with that shit. You know. Don't forget the ring girls are tax deductible. You damn right, Double T 101. They are. I'm not exaggerating. It's over 100 for real. It is. Yeah, he's done that. I mean, you think about this summer. If you do 3 or 4, if you do 3 or 4 videos a day, that's 120 a month. Think about that. And that was a span of months. So yeah, it's in the hundreds. It's in the fucking hundreds. What would your weakness be as a boxer? Footwork. Probably uppercuts. It's 2020. I'm Snow White and can be Latino. That's right. I mean, people forget, Spain is from Europe. So if you're, ultimately, like if you're from Spain, you can look like Cameron Diaz and you're Latina. So yeah. Spaniard, 176 in here. Let's turn up Kurt. Merle Dixon. Let's get him. Kurt, if you're interested in an intro track, I'd love to do one for you, brother. Aussie Ox Schmidt. I tell you what, inbox me on Instagram. Give me your info. Let's do it. I'm dead serious. If you got an Instagram, inbox me. You got a Facebook, inbox me, please. I'm looking for new intros and new talent. Why not? I'm not the techie guy. So, either I have people that look out for me that I know that, I'm blessed enough to help me. Like shout out to Leroy Hendricks. He did my couple first ones. I got my editor to do another one, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, Ozzy Ox Schmidt. Yeah, hit me up. Dead serious. Tyson Fury was to sue Wilder and the Alphabet channels would he have a shot? I think so, but like, why would he? I think the more energy you give something shows, the more it affects you. You know what I'm saying, Jonathan? CPM member over here. I just uploaded one, so check it out, Jonathan. For the members only. So, I try to do that weekly. At least twice a week. I try to, put something in the, membership that's exclusively for the members only. So check that out. There you go, Jordan James. That's right. Europeans, I mean, if you're from France, nobody would say shit, but when you speak Espanol, you can look like any damn thing. Right? Because I mean the language stretched throughout many countries and continents. So, but anyway, that's another counterpunch for another day. Kurt, why Wilder fans hate Fury? Do you know? Because Wilder's they seen Fury beat their fighter up. You don't like to see your fighter getting beat up. I didn't like Lennox Lewis beating up Mike Tyson back in the day. I hated that shit. I hated to watch that fight. I probably saw that shit 5 times, and that's it. That probably was all back in that day. I ain't watched that shit since. So that can give you a Mia Dunphy. Mia Dunphy. Counterpunch to you, Mia. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm convinced that the PBC is protecting Spence from Crawford under the advice of Floyd because Floyd knows how good Bud is. Floyd knows that, but, you see Floyd ain't trying to go in there and fuck with him. Floyd would fuck everybody up if he decided to fight Pacquiao and give Bud Crawford $20 million for doing so. He'd give him the same purse that he made when he became the top star. I think that would be awesome. If Floyd was that fucking good, Floyd would fight Terrence Bud Crawford and give him $20 million, the same amount of money, the same fight purse that he got for fighting Oscar De La Hoya. Mia Dunphy, no problem. That's what we do here. We lift each other up. We give each other shout outs. This is the channel for uplifting and counterpunching when you need be. You know? Smash that like. Let's go. I can't believe that Bob won't invest in Bud. A true opportunity missed. Yeah, but don't worry. Hopefully Bud won't be like Manny and fuck around and wait too much, too long, and then he's old. Now he's a shell of who he used to be, but he sit there with old pot-smoking ass Bob Arum too long. He can't even express the shit. Let's hope he doesn't do that. Let's hope he does what Oscar De La Hoya did, what Floyd Mayweather did, or what Miguel Cotto did. Let's hope he does that, because if he does, he's winning. But he's not winning now. He's just an undefeated fighter that's never lost. But being with Bob Arum, people, Terrence Bud Crawford is losing. Counterpunch. And I love Bud. Mia, since I was about 6. You know, I started amateur fighting from years 8 to 14. But I also trained in taekwondo and then kickboxing. So it was between boxing and kickboxing because I loved the kick and, you know, grew up watching these Van Damme movies. So I had to join some dojo somewhere. Now, so peace and love, Kurt. Good to see you on the cast with Spencer and White the other day. I've been a subscriber for a few years. Enjoy your work you put in the UK. Xavier Dub, thank you, brother. Appreciate your counterpunch to you. Great counterpunch. Crawford Link MTK needs to go to the PBC. They got all the welterweights. Yeah, for right now, if he wants those. You know, my fear of him going to the PBC is Al Heyman only signs him to keep him away from them. Because, I mean, how long did it take Errol Spence to fight any of the motherfuckers that he really wanted to fight? It took him still a couple years to do so. See, the problem is with PBC, people are allowed to duck and to avoid over there. Your honest thought, who wins, Crawford or Spence, in your opinion? I got Crawford all day. I think Crawford beats Spence. Spence looks ordinary in any fight that he fights anyone that's heightened. If it's a showcase fight, yeah, he looks dominant. But if it's somebody like Sean Porter, he didn't look all that good in Sean Porter fight. The knockdown was the difference in that fight, you know. I mean, it was a flash knockdown to, you know, he caught Sean, but, you know, even the Kell Brook fight, he didn't look like he was this dominant ass boogeyman top dog motherfucker. He didn't. He proved that he proved that he belonged. He proved that he could win. But was he dominant? Was that a Floyd Mayweather dominant performance? But when fighting Floyd, does Floyd make everybody look a certain way? You know what I mean? But then again, you'd have to fight everybody for you to see that now, wouldn't you? So, I think Crawford. Ozzy Ox Schmidt, did you get my my message? Inbox me. Did you hear what yeah, inbox me, definitely. Kurt, will Tio Lopez go to 140 soon? Will he punch harder? I'm not sure. Depends on how much he was affected at 135. Depends on can he punch harder or not. We don't know. I mean, he might not, but then again, he may be the harder puncher. Factolus by Kurt. Should join Floyd or Oscar, let them promote his fights. There's been a lot where he, you know, I think this is what I think Terrence Crawford should do. Terrence Crawford should leave Bob Arum and become a free agent. so he can fight any fucking where he gets ready. He can fight a fight on the zone, and they can give him a $10 million fight purse for fighting on the zone that one fucking time. Then he'll be on that catalog of the zone. Then he can go over there to Golden Boy and pick up a fucking fight. We're there. Then he can fight in the PBC because no one owns him. No promotional company he's indebted to because of the promotional company. If he's his own boss, he can do that Floyd Mayweather shit and get it done. I would love to see. I just want to see Floyd Mayweather Jr. spar Floyd Mayweather. I just want to see that, because you know the fight ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? Andre, you know, that's it. Be a free agent. Be free. Be real free. You know? T.O. needs to stop doing that Philly shell. I mean, it was Mike, it was pretty good against Vasil Lomachenko. Floyd versus Oscar too. I'd go for Floyd. I haven't seen Oscar in a long time. Crawford should never go to Mayweather. Floyd cares more about himself than his fighters. Professor Channel. That's funny. I heard Wilder say that, and he made a whole lot of sense. That I do believe that about Floyd. You know. Is your brother Jack? Is his last name Dunphy? Yo, Jack Dunphy. Counterpunch to you, brother. You and Mia. Both of you guys have been counterpunched. Salute. Tank Davis versus Lopez. Takes his head off. I don't know. Tank is a hard-hitting cat, though. You seen the trailer for the new boxing game called ES Sports Club? Check it out. It looks good. What console is it on? Don't get me happy and then the shit don't happen. Wait, it's called ES Sports Boxing Club? Is it by EA? Hey, Kurt, counterpunch to you, brother. I have a wild theory. Please listen to this. Is it possible that the Fury might be using a ploy to get Wilder out of his shell and take the third fight immediately? I'm not sure, because if that's the case, he's doing a good job because he's done that the first time. Do you believe Floyd is the best welterweight? Because many believe he lost to Castillo and thought many later in his career, and I don't think he's lost to many, but you think he is the best. Floyd's the best at doing certain things that Floyd only can do. He was in the position to do it, and that's why he did it. You know, he had the undefeated record, and for the record, when he fought Castillo, he was nowhere near heavy, and he was nowhere near welterweight. So, being the best welterweight, yeah, I don't know about the best welterweight. Maybe one of the best fighters that laced on the gloves, maybe, but you know, Floyd was Floyd. Let's see. Kurt, you see? Oh yeah, let's see. Annie, the plastic champ. Damn, elbow. Hey Kurt, what's the possible fight would you to go to see live in the if the COVID's? Tyson versus Roy Jones, because you know, I mean, who's, you know, those guys, who's to say they'll be in the ring again? Can you see Crawford versus Porter? Can Terrence stop him? No. Well, you know what? He might, but he's gonna have help doing it. But he would probably have to, because Sean Porter would get caught coming in. Fury is telling Wilder what to say, and they are video calling each other every night, laughing about it. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It'd be playing the shit out of all of us. But I don't know. I think this is a little bit legit. But Guys, it's been great chopping it up with you. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to install my radio, and I will get with you guys tomorrow since I'm feeling better. Again, I apologize for yesterday because I wanted to go live every day that I wasn't working, and I wasn't working there yesterday. But thank you guys for coming on the chat. It's been a very, very successful live stream. All you guys have been counterpunched, and you guys have a great day. Peace.